Title: I lost my memory and I have no idea who I am. The white ceiling loomed overhead, its blank expanse interrupted only by a single, sterile-looking light fixture. A gentle hum from the air conditioner was the only sound that met my ears. I blinked slowly, struggling to comprehend where I was and, more pressingly, who I was. As I sat up in the unfamiliar bed, I realized I was in a hospital room. The pristine sheets crinkled as I moved, and the plastic ID bracelet around my wrist felt cold and foreign. I tried to remember my name, my past, my identity, but nothing came to mind. A nurse walked in, her soft-soled shoes making hardly a sound on the linoleum floor. She glanced at me and smiled. "Good morning," she said. "How are you feeling today?" I don't know," I murmured, my voice sounding strange even to my ears. "Where am I? Who am I?" Her face grew sympathetic. "You're at St. Michael's Hospital. You've had a bit of an accident, and it seems you're suffering from amnesia." Amnesia. The word rang hollow, filling me with a cold dread. How could I forget who I was? The nurse handed me a mirror. The reflection I saw was that of a stranger. Dark, wavy hair, deep-set blue eyes, a scar on the right cheek. But no spark of recognition. Nothing to anchor me to the world. Days turned into weeks, and I began the daunting task of trying to rediscover myself. A therapist, Dr. Mitchell, was assigned to help me navigate this uncharted terrain. We delved deep into my subconscious, searching for any shred of my lost past. Family members and friends, or so they claimed to be, came to visit. There was Clara, a woman with fiery red hair, who said she was my sister. She showed me pictures, told me stories of our childhood, but they felt like tales from another life. Then there was Mark, who claimed to be my best friend since college. He tried to trigger memories with anecdotes of our escapades, music we loved, and movies we watched 1,000 times. Still, it all felt alien. Frustration mounted, but with the support of Dr. Mitchell, I started building a new life. With no memories to guide me, I followed my instincts. I discovered a love for painting and found solace in music. I took up gardening, letting the rhythm of nature guide me. One day, as I sat in the hospital garden, an old man with a white beard and deep lines etched into his face approached me. "Do you believe in past lives?" he asked. I looked at him, intrigued. "I'm not sure." "Why?" He sat down next to me. "Sometimes, when one life ends, the soul carries memories to the next. Perhaps, just perhaps, you're not meant to remember this life, but are being pushed to remember another." As the days went on, I became more open to this idea. Maybe I wasn't meant to recall this life. Maybe there was something else, something deeper I needed to understand. Dr. Mitchell introduced me to meditation and hypnosis. As I delved into these practices, I started having vivid dreams. Dreams of open markets in ancient cities, battles on horseback, dances under moonlit skies, and passionate love affairs. One evening, as I painted a scene from one of these dreams, Clara walked in. Her eyes widened as she saw the canvas. "That's the exact same scene from a story Grandma used to tell us." She said it was a tale passed down in our family for generations, about our ancestors. Could it be? Was I remembering a life from centuries ago? It seemed improbable, but with no memories of my current life, it felt just as plausible as anything else. As months passed, I became more at peace with my situation. Whether the memories were from another lifetime or simply figments of my imagination, they gave me a purpose, a connection to something bigger than myself. And so, I journeyed forward, not as the person I once was, but as someone new, sculpted by memories of the past and dreams of the future. I began to immerse myself in history, reading about the eras and places that I'd dreamed of. My fascination with these historical periods grew, and I started visiting museums, participating in reenactments, and even taking history courses at a nearby college. One day, as I was perusing the shelves of an ancient bookstore, I stumbled upon a tattered diary. Its pages were yellowed with age, and its leather cover was worn and weathered. I opened it and gasped as I saw the familiar handwriting. It was my own handwriting, but not from this lifetime. The diary chronicled the life of a young woman named Isabella, living in the 18th century. It detailed her daily struggles, her love for a dashing young man named Alexander, and her dreams of a better life. It was as if I had unearthed a piece of my own past. I shared my discovery with Dr. Mitchell, who was as fascinated as I was. We decided to explore this further through regression therapy. Under his guidance, I delved deep into my subconscious, unlocking memories of Isabella's life. I could feel her emotions, her joys, and her sorrows as if they were my own. The more I learned about Isabella, the more I felt connected to her. It was as if her memories were intertwined with mine, creating a tapestry of experiences that transcended time. I started writing a novel based on her life, pouring my heart and soul into every word. As the book took shape, I found myself not only rediscovering Isabella's past, but also forging a new identity in the present. I became known as both the author of a captivating historical novel and the woman who had overcome amnesia to find her true self through the mysteries of the past. Life had taken me on an unexpected journey, one that led me to question the nature of memory and identity. I may have lost the memories of who I once was, but in their place, I had discovered a deeper connection to the past, a profound understanding of the human spirit's resilience, and an unwavering belief in the power of self-discovery. In the end, I realized that it didn't matter who I had been in my previous life. What mattered was who I had become in this one, a writer, an explorer of history, and a woman who had found herself in the midst of a mystery that spanned centuries. And as I continued to embrace my newfound identity, I knew that the journey of self-discovery was far from over.